crossing the border illegally is not a crime?
No, it's not a criminal act. It's a
Okay.
misdemeanor.
So why are they being sent back and saying that they're breaking the law?
That's the point.
Okay, as somebody that actually,
We don't know if they're breaking the law because they won't tell. There's no due process. Where's the evidence? That's the whole point. And if they are breaking the law, most people will say, okay, then they need to go if they're criminals. But if they're not, why?
It's absolutely a crime to enter the. It is absolutely a crime to enter the country illegally. Ridiculous.
Why are they being rounded up and sent out, especially when he promised to deport the criminals, and now he's not doing that?
Yes, he absolutely is. Don Lemon is full of it. I have seen so many crazy criminals that have committed the most egregious crimes getting deported. It's great. I love it.
yeah, I don't think we're going.
Misdemeanor is not a crime. Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So misdemeanor is not
It's
a
not
crime.
a criminal act. No, if you get charged with a misdemeanor, that's not a
So
criminal
why
act.
get charged at all then? If it's not a criminal act,
Because we have different levels of crime. Everything is not the same.
so it is crime.
No,
it's just
we have
different
we have
levels.
different levels of. No, I shouldn't say crime, but it's not. It's not. You're not. It's not a crime. You're not breaking the law. I mean, you are breaking the law, but it's not a criminal act.
So it's breaking the law.
It's
No,
breaking the law, but it's
you're
just
not
a
breaking the
different
law.
level of
A misdemeanor is not
crime.
breaking the law.
No.
If you're speeding, drinking, get pulled over, DUI.
That's not a criminal act. Well, no.
It's a
If you're
misdemeanor.
speeding, is a misdemeanor.
It's a misdemeanor.
Right.
So it's still breaking the law.
Okay. Well, if you want to qualify that, we're doing semantics.
Because
But
why
what
would
I'm
you
saying,
get pulled over?
but what I'm trying to tell you is everything is not the same. It's all not one thing.
But is it the law?
What is it? The law that what?
Is it a law to come
Is
over
there a
legally?
law?
Is there a law?
There are rules that processes that you should follow. Yeah. So you're breaking rules.
There is a law in place.
You're breaking the rules, but you're not necessarily breaking a law.
So what happens when you break the rules?
Then you suffer the consequences. But the consequences should not. Look,
Don Lemon is deplorable.
no one is saying no one should suffer the consequences. You guys are getting.
Oh my goodness, this guy is out of control. So regardless of what Don Lemon may tell you, entering the United States illegally is indeed a federal crime, and that's going to be under 8 USC 1325, or improper entry by an alien is indeed a federal crime. It basically states that anyone that enters the country without proper authorization or that does not come through the proper port of entry, they are committing a crime. And that's been around since. Oh, shit. The 1950s. Now, let's break it down for the first time offenders of this. That can be thousands of dollars in fines and up to 6 months in freaking jail for the first offense as a misdemeanor. So, I think a misdemeanor would be considered a crime if you can end up in jail for 6 months on your first offense. Now, that sounds like a crime that you should probably pay attention to. You know how long 6 months is? To be sitting in a cell? Oh. Nope, not for me.
Think when you see all this happening.
What do I think? I think that it's inexcusable. I think people that are coming here that are showing violence or showing hatred, intolerance, people that are blocking vehicles and damaging vehicles and throwing bottles at vehicles and throwing fireworks. And
Just hold on one second.
That would definitely piss me off if I was a local resident. Especially, imagine what the people are dealing with that live right there. You see, these are residential houses across the street. Sheesh.
Show that. This is what happening now. When the vans come in, it is believed that the vans are carrying, most of the time they're carrying people that they have picked up, detainees. And so these people are ticked off. Now I'm speaking to a resident now who you're not happy with these protesters, right?
I'm not, most definitely.
And they have picked up a lot of criminals, violent criminals, repeat offenders. They have definitely been doing that. You can check the Homeland Security website. They are definitely picking up violent criminals.
And I think what we see here today with the state police and the Cook County Sheriff's presence is showing a show of force to keep them off the road.
Can you go ahead because I wanted to see that. Let's just turn around.
Okay.
So we can see you talk to you. You said that what?
They're showing, like, so you have the Cook County Sheriffs, Illinois State Police, Broadview Police, and other local jurisdictions. And earlier, I don't think you were here quite for this, but they had locked arms, the protesters, and they attempted to block traffic, and for no reason. And like, they're not blocking, like, so they gave you a right to free speech, they gave you a right to all that, but what you don't have the right to do is to threaten violent acts. I've been here and I've seen death threats threatened on the ICE agents. I've seen people threaten to abduct them, kidnap them, hurt.
I've done videos where people have been making those threats over and over against these ICE agents. ICE is not getting paid enough. That $50,000 sign-on bonus probably isn't enough because these guys are risking it big time, especially in these sanctuary cities where they're getting chased and shot at by all these people that are trying to find them and dox them. It's out of control.
Kill them, and that's unacceptable. We live in America. We have First Amendment right, freedom of speech, regardless of what your political opinion is. But what you don't have is the right to insert and put political violence on somebody.
Well, we're living in a different day and age now. We saw it happen to Charlie Kirk. These people think it's okay to do that kind of stuff. We don't know what these people are capable of. Now, I'd like to think that not everybody is violent like that, right? But you just never know who's lurking out there, ready, plotting, and planning to do something violent. You got to always be prepared.
To threaten violence.
I agree with you 100%. But also, even if you're a citizen or not, you have the right to due process. You understand why?
No, you don't. If you're not a citizen, you do not get the right to due process. That is a privilege for American citizens only. That's Don Lemon lying again.
These people are protesting, but you don't agree with some of the tactics that they're using?
I understand why they're protesting, but I also wouldn't say I necessarily agree with all their message. I think us as a
That's
country,
what I just said. You don't agree with some of the tactics that they're using.
No, but not even just the tactics, just like the crux of the actual message of the protest itself. Because us as a country, we lock our doors to our cars, we lock our doors to our houses, we vet who comes into our house, we vet who comes into our car. We want to feel comfortable who comes in our house and our car, because that's our property. It's the same with our bank account information. We don't just walk around, here's my checking number, here's my routing number, and give anybody access to your bank account, because it's your property. You want to feel comfortable with who has access to your property, and it's America's property, and we should vet who comes into our country.
He is absolutely right. That is the simplest way to break it down. You don't leave your freaking front door open for random people to just come in and sleep in one of your bedrooms. You know how many houses in America where the kids have moved out and the parents have a 5-bedroom house and it's only them sleeping in one room? So what? Should we just let illegals come and sleep in those rooms just because you're not using them? No! You're going to vet anyone that steps foot into your house. You're going to vet anyone that you're going to do business with. Come on now. Come on. And Don Lemon with this nonsense and manipulation as always. It's so tiresome. But he's doing what he does best. Look, at the end of the day, this is proof that Don Lemon thinks that everyone but him is stupid. People like Don Lemon love to manipulate people because he knows the majority of people aren't going to do their own research. Don Lemon and CNN and MSNBC, their manipulation tactics are outrageous considering everybody has a phone, everybody can look up and research stuff on their own. There's AI on everybody's phone with a simple download. You can find out anything. So, look, man, these people are full of it. The whole due process argument is so tiresome. You don't get due process if you're not an American citizen. That is a privilege you get for being an American citizen. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.